Alright, I think we're ready to try it. So this is the model Power Alco FA2. This is the Roco made version. And I have replaced the great big O-scale can motor that it came with a 280 motor. This is a 280. Now a 280 is much too big to put in other than F units. And a 280's got some really, really high torque. Now, one downside is if it was to stall, it'll draw 2 amps. But if it was to stall at full power, say 12 to 14 volts, it'd be 2 amps. At 12 to 14 volts, it will basically tear all the joints apart. So, I'm not too worried about this thing stalling. Let's give it a try. So, let's see what's going to happen. %. Moving out at 8%. %. Let's bring this back closer so you can hear it. So remember, this is the one that's got the 5-gear train in it. It's 5 gears across the axles, plus 2 more gears up to the worm gear. Now that is pretty quiet. Let's try that again. I don't know if you'll even be able to hear anything. For as many gears as are in there, this thing should be making a lot of noise. There we go. That's actually a nice sound. So there we're at about 4 volts. That is 40%. I kept the flywheel just because the 280 is not as long as that O-scale motor. So pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's bring it in. Yeah, that 280 motor is really, really good. I mean, it's amazing in this thing. You may be taking on a little bit of a risk with a decoder, so I'd just use a cheap decoder. But it easily has the power to tear apart the gearbox. So these Roco made locomotives, that's pretty good. I mean, it's nice, sounds good, it's smooth, it makes the 15-inch radius without any problem. Doesn't take any extra power to make 15-inch radius. And that's all there is to it. Wired it in the usual way. Red and black. Here's the front. So the red is facing towards us. Got a little PC board on top. Used goop underneath the motor to get it to sit up high. I cut off a piece of PC board and glued it in with goop. So that's one of the reasons why it's so quiet, is because it's used goop for the motor mount. Goop just absorbs tons of sound and vibration. And it makes a pretty big difference. And so I had to get it up, because I've got it set on its side, it sat down really low inside here. So I had to get it up a little higher, because it's got a flat side. Why not mount it on its side since we got the room? And I got it. I would say that it is more level across than it was with the O-gauge motor, that big O-gauge cam motor that they use. So it's looking good. This one's gonna be a nice running locomotive. Yep. So that is looking good.